Okay, America. It's time to put up or shut up. Okay. My account number, Wells Fargo, 5709211113. 5709211113. You have to give up off the money. You have to get up off the money. They're going to frame me for 9/11 from years from now. 9/11 didn't happen. And I've been through acute racial discrimination for 49 years. I've been through acute sexual discrimination for 49 years because I guess they had to have something in place for Jesus to return. In 1966, they made that decision. There was turmoil then. There's a Vietnam War going on. There's a civil rights movement. They were very concerned what was going to happen in the year 2000. Okay? But everything is we went through all this stuff. But you have to give up off the money. You have to go to the Wells Fargo bank account, take cash, and say, put it on account number 57092111113. Okay, 3,000 people supposedly died in 9/11. That's murder. There's no statute of limitations on murder. Okay, what happens to me when that happens? You know, what happens to me if I'm laying on an operating table and they start, taking knives and stuff? Okay, I can't, in all intents and purposes, I can't sue for $60 trillion. It'd mess up the country. But I didn't date a famous celebrity. I didn't jump out and date her like I usually could. It would have messed up the psychology of America. I had major celebrities walk right next to me, come up on my job, but I didn't date them because it would mess up the psychology of America. You saw all the things I posted on Facebook. Now you know who I am behind the scenes. I'm a Marine. I have to get you first before you get me. I can't walk out on nationwide television and just be a personality. I can't just date a celebrity and then the whole media pretends like, since you pretending like 9/11 didn't happen, you can kind of get me at the angle of who's a celebrity dating, play that shit off like you don't know. Okay. And this is how it's going to be done. I'm robbing you like a liquor store in a black neighborhood. You got to get up off the money. You have to go to Wells Fargo and make a cash deposit into account 57092111113. Now, there's two things that could happen. Number one, none of y'all are going to do it. And number two, Wells Fargo, the United States government could crypt the code so it won't go through. Okay. You blame me for 9/11. You put me through all these psychological tests since I was a baby. All you were doing is trying to examine and think about how to be more racist in the future. So if you're racist and everything, then don't make the deposit. Don't make the deposit. But if you understand what I'm going through, like a lot of people do, you'll do it. But that's the payback I'm presenting to you, because everybody skipped out on the check and didn't say nothing about 9/11. Left me for the dead. So to make up for it, you got to get up off the money. 57092111113. I'm gonna check the account. If it doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't budge, it doesn't move. Boom. That shows your integrity of America. That shows what America is really all about. That you're phony. You try to say that you're the greatest country in the world and all that stuff. When it comes down to it, you make decisions and do things that are unnecessary. Okay, you go to a war, draft kids that are 18 years old, trying to stop communism. Vietnam War. If the country wants to go communism, that's their business. You can't just send troops over there to stop that. There's no reason for the troops to go to Vietnam. So basically you got to put up all the money. If you don't put out the money, fine. You don't want to do it, fine. But if the account stays the same, If it doesn't increase at all, something's wrong. Either the federal government crypted so I can't get any money, or people just won't do it. So either way, it tells me a lot about you, and not you personally, but the collective consciousness of America. It tells me a lot about you. If that account doesn't change. So I'm gonna continue to be on Facebook. It seems like you're giving Zucker all the money, but I'm the talent on Facebook. You don't give me a goddamn dime. So he could give $65 billion in charity, but I ain't got nothing. So you make a decision, and not just one decision. Every time you go in that goddamn bank, you better put some cash on that account. There's Wells Fargo's nationwide. You got to get up off the money.